Welcome to The Real Wine Show, a wine game show wrapped in a talk show, wrapped in a podcast about wine. I'm Matt.
And I am Chad.
So our first segment is kind of like Wait, Don't Tell Me. We're calling it Spot the Corker, where we read possibly fictitious news pieces and ask each panelist to decide if they're true or false.
The second segment is the emotive blind tasting, where instead of relying on the usual descriptors like what kinds of fruits, how much tannin or acid the wine has, we ask our panelists to taste the wine and tell us a story about the wine based on how it makes them feel, like perhaps a memory, or if the wine were a person, what kind of person would it be?
You know, think of it less of a game show and more of a wild discussion about the wide world of wine. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. With us today is Alex, Kat, and Jimmy. We're gonna go in that order. Introduce yourselves. Tell a little bit about what you do, and if I can talk.
Origins.
Your wine. Oh, okay. We'll do wine origin story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
All
you
right,
have to do it
yeah.
DC style.
So I'm Alex.
Okay.
My wine origin story is a long path from thinking I was going to go to school for music, realizing that was a horrible idea, and then realizing that I was really digging hospitality. And at the time, I was working in a cafe that served beer. I went from kind of segued a passion for coffee into beer, and that led to spirits and cocktails. And at some point, I realized that no matter what you mix together, it's never as complex and complete as what happens in a bottle of wine over time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. And right now you're making the wines Poetson?
Right now I'm making Poetson wine, yeah. First vintage released this year, and
Nice.
it has been an unbroken boulevard of green lights.
Oh, hell yeah. And then Kat.
Yeah, so you wanted to do this DC style. That's where I got my start in wine.
Nice.
So,
I
yeah.
was thinking, the comic, DC Comics, then you had to do like a comic style origin story. But no.
Someone's got to go political.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, mine started about 7 years ago when I, like so many stories in the wine industry, whether it's winemaking or any other facet of the industry, I hated my corporate job. Mm-hmm. And P.S. I had recently moved further outside of D.C. in Virginia, right by the beginning of Virginia wine country. Lived about 15 minutes from a winery. And so I quit my job and started bartending at a winery, and immediately just fell in love and started to study and just quickly grow, and just kind of grew from there. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, I am really happy to have that time in Northern Virginia, where the wine country is, on the way to Shenandoah and out to Charlottesville. And yeah, it's just kind of gone from there. So now I'm working for an Italian importer.
Oh, cool. Nice.
There's no connection. It just happened.
Who shall go unnamed or?
Oh, Decanter and Coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little respect for
Decanter and
Sal
Coupe wine imports.
you
Yeah,
guys
we're
are
lovely.
doing a good job.
Yeah, local importer. We've been around for about 3 years now. I've been working for them for about a year. The sales rep for the Detroit and Ann Arbor area, and loving the wines and every second of it.
Awesome.
Most every second. It gets really tiring sometimes, in a wonderful way.
Good. And then we have Jimmy.
I started as a beer buyer. That was like my first industry gig with Whole Foods. That was probably 12, 13 years ago. And I went from beer to spirits to wine. And then I started in distribution, and now I'm the Midwest manager for T. Edward Wine and Spirits, New York-based importer. I cover 13 states through the Midwest.
Cool. Fun. Well, awesome. We can either get back in, dip right in. What do you think?
Yeah. How about we do a little quick? Let's do a glass check before we roll into things. How about that? What's in the glass? Alex, you look ready, man. Go.
Yeah, let's do it.
What you drinking?
I have my Poetson co-ferment. This is Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris, vineyard in Southwest Michigan called Old Shore, planted to the two varieties. I wanted to make a wine that really showed a sense of the vineyard as a whole. So I harvested the two grapes on the same day, descended them and fermented them together. Mm-hmm. It's soft, chillable red. I don't think I'll ever make a rosé. This is something that you could probably have in the same sort of setting, but it just has a little bit more information.
Gotcha.
And Pinot Gris brings some really interesting attributes to the table. There's a little bit more tannin in Pinot Gris, and there's this spicy element that, coupled with this like violet floral note, is just super interesting to me on the nose.
Do Gris and Noir how they ripen? Like, do they how do you feel they are like in terms of ripeness when you bring them in?
Yeah, so
Are they similar or?
The Pinot Noir ripens a little later, but it's kind of a good thing for this wine because you're kind of balancing each other out. Where like I let the Gris hang, it was in a good range, but like the Pinot here is definitely adding acid to the mix.
Yeah,
and kind of punching it
Giving
up.
it that lift.
Yeah,
that you
whereas
want.
like like you're letting the Gris, like when you want to do skin contact on the Gris, you have to like let it hang super late, and then you're always risking losing a little bit of acid. So it's a good sort of balancing act.
Yeah,
here.
cool. All right, yeah. The color's cool too. It looks good.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Excellent. Jimmy, Kat, what's in the glass? What you got?
After you, Kat.
I have a 100% Shirello from a winery whose name I do not recall. It's on the other table over there, but it's from Avino V and Co. Wine.
Yeah, that's the Mas de la Panza, right? Charlo, is that no, it's Principia Mathematica.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I remember the science and the math portion. This winery it makes it very memorable to me.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm drinking that too.
Heyo,
Yeah, I like it.
great minds.
Yeah.
I have a sweet wine from Jurançon. It's Domaine Bellegarde Cuvée
nice.
Thibault. It's 100% Petit Manseng, Key Farms. I want to say like 10 hectares. It's really small production. But I wanted something. Yeah, I wanted something that was like a little bit vinous, a little bit viscous. But I knew we'd be drinking a lot of white wines today, so I wanted something with a little bit of weight.
We rarely drink enough sweet wines. We were talking
I
about
know.
that earlier today, like just very rarely.
I didn't know how it would like match up against other sweet wines, but I thought about like wrapping it and like blind tasting everyone. But then I thought that might just be we'd all be like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
It'd just be like a fruitless endeavor. So
Yeah, I love those Jurançons, man. There's so much energy in those.
yeah. He makes
Just racy.
2 dry wines as well that we just get like minuscule amounts of.
Okay, and the producer again was
Domaine Bellegarde.
Bellegarde. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't wait to get into that. Excellent. Well, good. Let's jump into our first segment, of course, is our true-false segment. So we'll read you a news story and then ask you to give us your thoughts on whether or not it's true or false. And I will kick things off with, shall I? Yeah, I'll kick it off. How about with, this is a piece that it's called, well, this one's kind of depressing, I'm sorry to say. And a heavy note we're going to open with here. It's called Bunch Rot. And now for a story that's less about uncorking a vintage and more about uncorking a conundrum. Recent international surveys are pouring cold water on the idea that just anyone can make it in the wine world. It seems the industry's bigwigs are realizing that while there are plenty of folks who can tell a Cabernet from a Chardonnay, they're lacking a crucial ingredient, which is business savvy. It turns out the wine world is overflowing with passionate enthusiasts. In fact, the WSET diploma candidates actually increased by 15% last September. But what the industry really needs are financial wizards, project management gurus, strategic masterminds, and even sales ninjas. Dark suits showing up, just choking out the buyers. Here's the rub. Wine is a desirable sector, but it's not exactly rolling in dough. This means it can't offer the salaries that top-tier data analysts, digital marketers, and finance pros can command elsewhere. And so it creates a vicious cycle where they can't pay the big bucks, they can't attract the talent, and therefore they cannot make the big bucks. Big companies can just buy the talent they need, then teach them about, tannins or whatever. But for the small and medium-sized wineries, it's a desperate plea for help. The roles are invisible, the pathway's murky, and the young talent is looking for greener pastures, or at least better paying ones. So, in the words of Waylon and Willie, mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cork dorks. Anybody? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't sing too good.
It's cowboys.
For the purposes of the story, it's cork dorks.
I was just making sure you knew.
Of course. Yes.
Even cork dorks get the blues, right?
Amen, brother. That's extra points for us right there. Lay that down. Smack them. That was a good one. So our question for you guys, is the wine industry lacking people with business skills? That's what we want to get at today.
I'm gonna say true, because there's a real inflection point at the moment too. I mean, like even at the restaurant level, it's just like if you want to operate an interesting glass pour program at the moment, then you can't operate on the classic sort of cost
Like
of
bring
goods
up a-
level. Yeah,
Oh,
like you need to play jazz with it and adjust the whole program. And then from a restaurant's or from a winery standpoint, there's so many examples in the last few years of sort of like it just being sort of a immature market. And, so.
This is what you see also in Chicago market, or
I think Chicago market, but
Oh.
what I was thinking too is just like how wineries have responded to the last 5 years, and it was a crazy, tumultuous time, right?
Yeah.
But you had such a the pendulum swaying so many different ways of like, production skyrockets during COVID, and everyone's inside drinking, and then there's this rush to go out and have experiences. So like 21, 22, you start to see tasting room visits skyrocket, and then the prices there like explode. So it's this really reactionary thing, and then after 22, like nobody goes out, and everyone's scared that no one's drinking wine anymore. So I think there's a real reactionary market as opposed to
being guided and
or
there's not a strategic
thoughtful.
approach
Yeah,
to
exactly.
how to handle those kind of shifts.
Yeah.
Kat, Jimmy, where are you folks on that?
This is really interesting because this came up in the previous panel, and I want you to repeat the question because I want to hear, are you talking about one specific sect of the industry or the industry as a whole?
Yeah, the industry as a whole. So is the wine industry lacking people with business skills?
See, I don't think it is. I think it's full of people with business skills. I think that one of the issues that's happening is there are plenty of people with business skills, but not with wine. And with the wine with wine just flooding the market more and more so now, and then a reduction in younger generations of drinking wine, and maybe even older generations needing to cut back on wine, I think that from my perspective, what I've seen is that there's no lack of business savvy. It's more of getting folks who are passionate about wine and willing to have lower paychecks because of it.
Interesting.
Anyway, my perspective.
Yeah. Which is also, that's kind of your story too, right? You wanted to get out of the the more high pressure business
right.
world.
And what I've seen from distribution companies and import companies, what I've understood is I've seen more business savvy than I have wine savvy, and almost having the wine savvy has been a bonus to make it more successful, but not necessarily the starting point.
Okay. All right. Jimmy, what do you say, huh? You feel like there's a lot of people with, what do we say? The management gurus, strategic masterminds, and sales ninjas.
I think there's two separate things. I think there's plenty of sales professionals in the wine industry, but as a sales guy, we're never that good with numbers. And like doing math and like selling things is like a whole different skill than having business person behind everything.
Yeah.
So I think there is a lack of business people that see the whole industry. If you're talking about like 22, 21, when we were shipping COVID vaccines everywhere and those needed to be refrigerated, that ate up all refrigerated transport between those, fresh produce, all of a sudden wine importers and wine distributors are paying
couldn't
way
find a
more
reefer anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So like those costs like explode, and then you need to have a basic understanding of how those numbers impact retail, and then just like comparing our market to Chicago, it's completely different. So I think there's I think it's two questions. I think we have a lack of money people in the industry that are willing to like put their foot down and say no, but we do have a lot of qualified and highly successful salespeople.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So then we have a true.
Okay.
What?
No, I'm just talking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a podcast. You're supposed to talk.
So, but Alex is true. You think there's lack. You think Kat says no. There's no lack of people with business skills. And Jimmy,
I'm gonna lean true. I'm gonna lean true.
Lean true on that. Yeah. Okay. I was reading a paper by this outfit called Arani Global. They do marketing. They have a paper called Rethinking Education, Shaping the Future of the Wine Trade. And they did a bunch of surveys, and they detailed all the responses in this white paper. And it is true, according to it, they say that there's a real search for people, especially at the management levels, who have the business skills as opposed to what you're saying, Jimmy, like the sales skills.
Yeah, I'm a sales guy. I'm not a businessman.
Yeah,
I sell
yeah.
things. That's it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, I think, is something kind of interesting because it does raise the questions, if they're about, for me anyway, like professional pathways within the industry, right? Do you guys feel that there's, can you move through the industry? Like, are they clearly defined? You know what they are? I mean, I think a lot of people enter the business and have no idea where it's going to lead them, say 15, 20, when I talk about a career length thing, 40 years later, where, how do you get there?
Like, when I came out of retail, I actually had a very, clear idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be street sales. I started in chains. I wanted to get into fine wine. I did that. And then the goal was always to get to a regional position where I could work different markets, hone my skills in different areas, and then
when did you learn about that? Like, when did you learn, there's a career in wine to be had? When did that happen for you?
Probably when I started at Winebow. When I left Whole Foods initially and started at Winebow as a merchandiser, I watched people that I worked with go from being sales reps to being supplier reps to coming back, and learned that you don't always have to make the right decision at the right time. I saw plenty of people that went to rep one winery, didn't like it, didn't like the travel, came back, and the biggest thing I took away from that was just try not to burn bridges, be kind to everyone, and maintain relationships. And that's sort of how I envisioned my pathway through the industry. So I started off selling a ton of Bogle, a lot of Ellawan, a lot of Copper Cane wine, some Camus, and then moved into fine wine and more natural wine. And
man, that Bogle was a banger back in the day.
Dude, I will defend Bogle Merlot to anyone in this room. That wine for $9, no one is ever mad about it. You can take it to any event. You can buy it at CVS.
It boggles the mind.
There's not a lot of mentorship for the business side of it. The Quartermaster Psalms and the WSET programs, there's a lot of mentorship for building your knowledge of wine, which is awesome. That's the base.
Yeah.
But especially I've gone through the course, so I'll go through that part. But the materials and the information they have on running a program is so rudimentary, and it doesn't really exist. And unless you're really driven and you build a clear vision for your path through the industry, I just don't think there's a lot of materials for developing that and showing where to go and what to look for.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think there's a lot of mentorship either.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
see a lot of that happening. I haven't experienced it, but I also haven't seen it a lot either.
Yeah.
Not really. Maybe it's people coming in from other, before they get into wine, and then just figure, all right, well, here I am. And there's no coming up from, well, I don't know, whatever. I'm just kind of talking.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, I was thinking that, I agree with you folks. I think that there's very little guidance and explanation of where you can go in the world of wine, and I think that most people in the industry are not doing those things to kind of bring up, the next gen. And so it's a challenge we're putting out.
There's
Come
a
on,
reason
people,
that
let's
there's
get
a
it
reason
together.
that every scholarship you see for CMS or WSET asks how are you building a community. I have a friend, I just registered for a diploma, and I have a friend who's applying for Women in Wine Scholarship, and the two questions are 500-word answers, and both have to do with how are you building a community.
Wow.
How are you bringing up the next generation. I think that's
interesting.
I did WSET 3 here in Detroit, and there was 6 people in the course with me, and only one of them worked in the industry. The other ones were all a little bit
That's
older, and
fascinating to me.
They were preparing to retire, and they wanted to work in tasting rooms, and they wanted to be
fascinating.
competitive. And it's I think you can just go out to Dallas. I think they'll hire you. If you're just cool and you want to learn, I don't think
you don't need to do all this.
You don't need to spend $1,000 on a pin, but
that's fascinating.
Everyone in that class passed. It's an intense program, but there wasn't a lot of mentorship outside of it.
Yeah. It's an industry of two faces for sure, like you were saying, or like you're bringing up too, but Kat, you mentioned it. There's people who just want to, I'm done. I want something that's more low key. I don't want to go nuts. And then there's people who are like, man, I love this and I want to take it to the nth. So, yeah.
I can name about 20 people, which I won't, but that told me not to get into production and start making wine. And I think of very little.
We didn't even know each other, but you could have said me. I would have told you that too.
Thanks. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But it was mostly distributors who wanted me to keep buying their wine as opposed to switching sides. But until I got into Michigan and started, really on the base level of learning viticulture, there were very few people that were yeah, go for it, dude. And then here's a helping hand and advisory, that would help me. So that's definitely something that I want to be for people. And my whole idea with Poetson is,
that's awesome. And
building a space is to, to have a little bit of maybe even like an incubator style space where like I give, I use whatever capital I can muster to help the next person who has an idea and has a dream and wants to do that. So.
I think that's super cool, man. Kudos.
Yeah,
I give him extra
beautiful.
points even, man.
Yeah, definitely give him points.
Yeah.
I mean, add the same points to mine because I agree, but
Yeah.
give him more points.
What about half?
Community points.
you
That's
half.
what it's all about, community, right?
Give you 50 points, Kat. And then
Can I have 20?
another- Sure.
Sweet.
What the heck?
Thank you.
We know the game.
Oh man. Well, I was gonna say like a good incubator, Noel Diaz out there in Purity Wines
Absolutely.
in the Bay. Awesome. Anyway, that just came to mind. Let's go to the next one. Hey. Yeah. All right. So Wine Folly is releasing a new wine app called Stompy. It's part social media platform, part virtual tour. The main feature is AI-generated drone videos of famous vineyards and cellars. And you can create your own. Have you ever wondered what Clos Vougeot might have looked like on June 28th, 1987? Now's your chance. For a mere $29.99 a month, you can virtually tour Penfold cellars or see what a tank explosion in Penfold's bottling room might look like. Maybe you want to visualize Michel Rolland bribing Robert Parker Jr. over blue corn salmon cakes and a bottle of Harlan Estate at Mesa Grill for a good rating. The possibilities are endless. So you can make your own images, all this kind of like everyone's talking. So is Malin Plunkett making a new wine app? Or did we just plunk down a lie? Oh my goodness.
I think you plunked down a lie. Okay. I cannot see Matt and Plunkett doing that.
What's funny is that this is clearly false, but you can also totally do that.
Well,
Right?
100%.
We could make all these images, but, but
I just can't say you're going the AI route.
no.
It's gonna put Fernando Batata out of business. He's been making maps for like decades, and then we're just gonna we're just gonna do AI and just ruin all his
But
work.
they're going to be so terrible. Like they'll have a finger in them in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
Okay, false. Is the panel
Yeah.
agreed?
The
Across the
panel
board.
unison.
man.
Unanimously.
You know what? Yeah, it's false. Of course it's false.
Like, that's not Madeline at all.
All right, so y'all got 100 for that. Good job, blah, blah, blah. Can't trick you guys.
Or maybe we can.
Oh, okay. We'll do one more.
We got one for you here. Another story. Let's see how you do on this one. This one's called liver bypass.
Good Lord.
It's very important. Thank
Going
you,
medical.
Mr.
For a
Jen.
chance to dream.
Yeah. Right. So, forget drinking your wine. Now you can inhale it. Los Angeles' health-conscious and trend-obsessed are buzzing about graping, the brainchild. Oh, no. Can we have silence in the audience, please? Forget drinking your wine. Now you can inhale it. Los Angeles health-conscious and trend-obsessed are buzzing about graping, the brainchild of sommelier Miles O'Malley and his newest Hollywood hotspot, Uva Mista.
That sounds legit.
Graping involves, quote, hyper-aerosolizing, end quote, the essence of fine wines, delivering all the nuanced flavor directly to your olfactory and gustatory senses without the harmful effects of drinking alcohol. O'Malley is clear that trace amounts of alcohol are crucial for precise taste transmission, and so there is a light buzz, but that levels are so low as to be undetectable in the body. The scene in Uva Mista is modern but familiar to anyone who has been to a hookah cafe. Patrons sit at the long bar and round tables equipped with hoses attached to small masks, sized just to cover the mouth and nose, and which deliver the wine vapor to both the palate and nose. Wellness influencers are already raving, claiming to distinguish vintages by breath alone. Quote, it's like experiencing wine on a deeper, more spiritual level, gushed one. Quote, plus I can drive home afterwards, end quote. Industry experts are divided. Some predict graping will revolutionize social drinking, offering a guilt-free indulgence for the health-conscious consumer, while others scoff. Meanwhile, Uva Mista is packed. In LA's relentless pursuit of the next big thing, graping offers guilt-free indulgence. All the snobby without the wobbly. Yeah?
Yeah, I hear it's open next to the milk bar, right?
This is a bit from Parks and Rec. There's a Parks
Is
and
it?
Rec episode where they go to a bar and they like spray
there is.
Lagavulin in Ron's mouth.
That's
yeah,
right.
It's just a bit from television.
That's
There's
right.
also the lotion. I don't know if that's the
Yeah,
vodka.
yeah,
there's the
yeah.
lotion.
They rub lotion on his
Yeah.
easy. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so is graping a thing then? Anybody buying it? Come on.
Do you buy it?
This is not, I'm not on the panel. That's you.
No, but I do like the idea of like a tasting menu where you get different smokes and then you just get a
And you
straight
wish
up cigarette at the
you
end.
wish you had a glass.
Right, yeah. That's what I would. That's
All
right.
that's missing is the liquid.
But we had oxygen bars.
Yeah.
Well, I do like the idea of hookah, but it's not going to be the same.
I think the panel doth decree it false.
All right. Well, you are savvy and shrewd. It is a completely false concept. But I just came to me. I was like, man, this could be $1 million idea. Like, how do you just squirt some?
People love a process, right?
Yeah, I'm not. It's not me, is it? I mean, I'm just.
Anything that's has like
viable.
an inkling of being druggy. People are like, oh, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So it might
Wine
not be for the
vapor.
wine nerds,
no, this is for Gen Z.
Yes.
They're in on this.
for sure.
Health conscious, trendy. Yeah. I'm just trying to listen.
Preserve the liver.
You know, we were talking earlier about incubating. The next big thing, right? The next up and coming. So this is our idea. This is what we're trying to
The
do
next
here.
story will be about a lack of ideas in the wines.
Yeah. Are there any interesting trends? I wanted to just ask real quick. If there are any interesting trends with wine that you folks have been seeing in your travels and out in the world?
I read
things that are kind of new that it might be kind of exciting.
I read an interesting article, sort of like critiquing the state of the New York wine scene, and I apologize, I cannot remember who wrote it, but they mentioned that the thing everyone's looking for right now, that there's a move away from orange wine, and they're looking for white wines that above anything else, they're just cold.
Yep.
And like I kind of know what they mean, you know?
Yeah. Oh man.
I have actually noticed, like talking to different distributors like throughout the country, just like older importers that always played like the same games, like can't do it anymore because there's so like the wine world is like flattened and it's so much easier to get.
Was that the allocation game?
Allocation game? Yeah, like it's very difficult to like try to flip someone into like you want this 12 bottle allocation, you got to buy like this stack of stuff. It's a lot more difficult now because there's so much good wine out there, and there's so many more reliable commentators on wine now. Like, whether we like it or not, throughout most of the Midwest, like scores like matter, and there's actually like good wine critics out there now, and you're seeing a lot of wine from Spain that is like, a lot of our Spanish wines come in at under $20, and Luis Gutierrez and his huge mustache like love them, and it's like, we're not the only importers of Spanish wine bringing in these like really low FOB wines that just like absolutely like crush. And I feel like that has to do a lot with the pandemic, people getting more into the industry, but also we'll see how long it lasts with the whole, is there enough business mind behind it, or are people just like
So you're
filling
saying the
warehouse?
availability of those wines
Yes.
itself may be the trend.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's just so much available.
There's a really interesting thing too, I think, with the allocations where I think there's a real pitfall right now where you have a real changing of the guard post-COVID with a lot of buyers, seasoned buyers kind of leaving and new people coming in. And when these highly allocated wines come in and they go to the same hands every time, there are so many people that don't have experience with them. And so when there's a moment when they happen to be more widely available, or if there is an allocation, people don't know.
They have
the
no
wines.
idea what to
Yeah.
do. It's like, what's
So it's like doing a
Chateau
disservice
Reyes, I don't know.
to the producer, yeah, because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the as far as like the market is concerned, they just go in and they go out and go to collectors or something like that, and like
No one
broadly knows
learns
them.
about them. No one has any reverence for the product.
No one
So,
opens
yeah.
them. They go from winery to warehouse to like
Collectors.
some rich dude's basement. They sit there, accrue however much value, and then they go to an auction house.
Yeah, exactly.
They show
yeah.
up as a 12 bottle case and they leave as
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
11 bottle case.
It's crazy. Unhealthy, but yeah, we'll get through it. They keep making it. We'll keep drinking it. Before we move into the
glass check.
before the glass check, Kat, do you have any comment on the state of the industry issue? Any new exciting or any trends that? No. Okay, fine.
No, I don't. I have not seen anything new because hearing that orange wine, they're trying to move away from it, is news to me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I mean,
Yeah.
from
Instead
what
of
I'm
orange
selling.
wine,
but-
just something cold.
But New York is New York's typically a couple of years ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Last night I was at a restaurant, and this is not new necessarily, but I don't think I dig this. They would do we ordered a bottle, but they kept taking the bottle over to a side stand or something. They didn't leave it on the table.
You
How do
know,
Is there some what's in the audience? Yes.
my
you have to sit
biggest
there and wait.
critique of
what's that? Is that new? What is
of
that?
restaurants in general is that they hardly ever
That must be a long list.
put the stuff on the table. So that they're getting dishware, they're getting everything. Obviously, they bought tables, and I don't think ever once they're like, "What does it look like to actually have dinner here?"
Oh, yeah,
so
right,
there's
'cause everything
never
is-
space on
yeah,
the table. So I appreciate the bottle situation of
Yes,
let's try to
that
make
is
this
crazy.
a living situation on the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Exactly.
well, that's my emotional support bottle. I need it close.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes I get so pissed at that, when there's no thought to what needs to be on the table, and I'll just start throwing my dirty plates on the table next to me if nobody's just what are you people doing?
If the conversation is lagging, or if I just can't think of anything, that is my emotional support bottle. I need to read where it's from 5 or 6 times and know everything that says on the label.
As
Yeah.
Tom Waits said,
Okay.
I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
Yeah.
So glass check.
Yeah. What do we got going on? What's in the glass?
I grabbed a splash of the co-ferment.
Oh, cool.
It is delicious.
Isn't it?
Poetson,
Yeah.
As did I.
Oh, nice.
It's in my bottle as well.
Somebody actually needs to inform me of what this Spanish bottle from the Source Imports is because it's delicious, but I have no idea what it is.
Anybody?
Anyone bring this? Jimmy?
I did
Oh,
not
no,
bring
no,
that.
no.
This is the Source.
No, that's I brought it. Yeah. I don't remember exactly. We brought
it
a
like-
bunch of it in.
Trishadora or something?
No, I don't know. I really don't remember. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's really good though.
Really good. It's like Riesling without any of petrol or anything else going on, and it's really light in alcohol as well.
10.6.
10.6, yeah.
10-6.
And the red is 10.4 from them.
So you said you bought a bunch of this at
Yeah,
your shop.
yeah, at the shop.
And you don't know anything about it.
I forgot about it. Yeah, yep. I tasted it, liked it, brought it in.
Can I meet
You
that
know,
salesperson?
we need
I
to do
some
more of
tips.
that. Though. I think my
man.
best. So in between doing restaurants in New York, I did sales for 3 years in Chicago, and my best sales meetings were the ones where I forgot all the information, like the materials, so I didn't have a sheet in front of me, and just
Yeah.
talk and just really focus on what's in the glass.
Right.
And you end up and then send it afterwards. Send the material. back.
Yeah, right. Oh, then here you go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
All the Source Imports has a bunch on their website. I can look it up and just read it.
the move is always for me as to foster that conversation in sales meetings, and just I always like to leave something. I think that's really important for a salesperson is to always
the leave behind.
Yeah, always. I always try to leave a piece of paper. I'm sure Keo's got 30 of them floating around New York that he's gonna
Though,
look at again.
to play devil's advocate, I'm gonna quote Mitch Hedberg.
Okay.
When someone hands me a flyer, it's like saying, "Hey, you throw this
You
away."
throw this away. Yeah. Well, for having a Tom Waits and a Mitch Hedberg joke, that's about, I think, 50 points apiece.
Hey,
Extra. Nice. Running away with it. Man, it's complete carnage. We have... Well, cool. Everybody's... we got that going on. Let's go into Wine Cypher. So the idea is I will read a tasting note, and then I will read some choices that it could be. These are usually kind of fun stuff. That was weird to say. Okay, so here we go. Peachy keen and cloudy on the eyes. The bouquet is very tropical and citric with hints of coconut, suntan lotion, and same on the palate, but pithy and salty. It's one of those wines that is so delicious it makes you forget alcohol is involved. Extremely juicy and pure, yet dry and textured. It is a must-drink wine. It does take on reductive notes the longer it's open, but still drinks very well, even the next day. Sans souf and very stable. A winner in my book. That is the whole thing. So, is it A, 2014 Radicon, Rubola Gialla, or is it 2015 Domaine Alexander Bain, Delange, Chenin Blanc from Sancerre? No, wait, that's not it. That's not right. Not from Sancerre. Holy crap. Chenin Blanc. Yeah, that was wrong. 2017 Jules Matras, Schroebels, Gamay, or 2016 Lucy Wildman Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc.
Ooh.
I gave this to this panel for a reason.
It's either the first one or the last one.
I think it's the Chenin.
The Chenin?
Are there 3 or 4 we're choosing from? Because it got murky there for a
There's
second.
4.
Yeah, there's it was Radicon, it was Chenin,
Chenin.
it was Gamay,
Yeah.
and then Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Yeah, like some of the descriptive notes make me think that there's like a little bit of wood involved, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can read the notes again if you want.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. Well, it's keen and cloudy, peachy keen and cloudy on the eyes. I don't know what color peachy keen is. So bouquet is tropical, citric with hints of coconut, suntan lotion, and the same is on the palate, but pithy and salty.
Which Radicon was it?
2014, the Rubola Gialla.
So, kind of suggesting skin contact,
A little bit with that peachy.
right?
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
cloudy, so we know that it's a certain type of producer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it being Sauvignon Blanc just because of all of the extra coconutty and sun.
That's very true. Yeah.
I just don't see that.
This was also written in 2018.
Okay, so it's not old.
It's not old.
Yeah.
This is an old wine.
Okay.
This is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But it also feels like Radicon is just so much cooler than having all that tropical note, like the Rubola Gialla.
What year was the wine? What? 2014.
2014 for the Radicon, 2015 for the Bain, Chenin Blanc, 2017 the Matras, and 2016 the Lucy Wildman, Sauvignon Blanc.
We should all.
He's the
pick
guy that
different
does
ones.
that Astro Bunny wine,
Oh.
Yeah.
I
right?
think I'm sticking with the Chenin Blanc.
Chenin
From
Blanc?
Sancerre.
All right.
The one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I know.
There's 3
That-
vines. It's in someone's garage under
Yeah.
a grow light.
It's
I messed that
it
one. Yeah,
literally
right.
is 3/4 suntan lotion.
Oh man.
Kat, what do you?
I don't even believe what I'm saying. But I want to say
with
the
the
Rubola
Gamay.
Gialla.
Okay, the Rubola Gialla.
I'm doing Radicon as well.
Oh man, complete carnage again.
It's
It
the
is
Gamay.
no D. The Lucy Wildman.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was leaning that way, and then yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
Wow, you got us.
0 points.
You stumped us.
Finally.
That's good, right? It's golf, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Well, while you folks are licking your wounds, I would like to implore everyone to try that Bellegarde Jurançon. It is absolutely stunning. Jimmy, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was like a mind
Before you-
rocker.
It is actually
That is-
available in Michigan. We just don't get a ton of it.
Oh, it's delicious. That is so thrilling. I love it. Woo! Thank you for that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'll throw you a... I'm going to put up a lob here for you. Okay? Because that was kind of, yeah. He called it carnage. It wasn't that bad, but, you know. Here's one, a tasting note for you that I think you'll nail. No problems. Straight up and down, this one. And this is being tasted at 9 years old, just for the record. So this one reads, savory, slightly earthy edge to the nose. This is rich but balanced with ripe black currant fruit and gravelly spiciness. There are some dark, almost meaty notes, too. The palate is elegant and concentrated with some earthy notes under the taut, dense fruit. This is classic for its type. There is perhaps a slight uncleanness, though, which makes me think of low-level cork taint. I don't know. I just love that because it's so honest. That's an honest tasting note to me. I like that. Savory, slightly earthy edge to the nose, rich but balanced with ripe black currant fruit and gravelly spiciness. Some dark, almost meaty notes. Elegant palate, concentrated with some earthy notes under the taut, dense fruit. Classic. Is it these are all 05s. Is it the Chateau Latour Pauillac, the Chateau Rias Chateauneuf du Pape, the Opus 1 from Napa, or the Chateau Clinet from Pomerol?
It's so funny because I was like, this is either Bordeaux with Brett or it's Chateauneuf du Pape.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Way to go with, who wrote this?
Oh, this is from Jamie Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if it's in this room, I know how much you guys drink Reyes. So I was like, that was kind of like influencing my choice.
Kale is here. It could have been injected. But no, this is from Jamie Good.
I'm gonna stick with Reyes, though.
Savory, slightly earthy edge to the nose.
I feel like it's going to bite me, though, because that's like famously like sandy soils.
Yeah,
Like that earthiness.
but the gravel could be black currant gravel
gravelly
is really
spiciness.
suggesting a certain thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It
go
is.
with Pomerol.
Yeah.
Chateau Clinet, Pomerol, the Chateau Latour Pauillac, the Rias we talked about, and the Opus 1.
I'm going to go with Chateauneuf.
Chateauneuf. Okay. So we have Clinet, Pomerol, Chateauneuf from Cat, and Jimmy, you were also
Chateauneuf, yeah.
Chateauneuf. Okay, yes. This is the Latour Pauillac.
Ah,
And I was really, you overran your own
I
thought
know.
there.
Yeah.
It's really flattering that you think we can afford to drink that.
No, I
Right,
thought
like that we would know up and down.
Well, I just thought, no, just the whole gravelly thing I thought was the big tell in it.
It's a
you
real
know?
tell, yeah.
Well, and the savory thing too. And as soon as I said Chateauneuf, I was like, oh, savory, gravelly, right? Whatever. We made our decision. We're gonna go with it.
Yeah, okay, well, these are not easy. They never are. That's
They're
about
just
as...
fun. They're
Yeah, they're
thinkers.
just fun.
This is really a critique of Jamie Good. Is that who did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's his fault.
yeah.
That
Come
he
on,
couldn't
buddy.
express it a
Yeah.
little bit better.
Maybe try a few more wines this
What's
year.
his
Or
PhD
color.
in anyway?
A little color. Yeah, we call him Dr. Jamie. Yeah, I don't know.
Rocks? I don't know.
I got into a fight with him years ago, like on the... What was
Physically?
it? No.
Oh, okay.
Like on the forums, like discussion forums. About
He's got his
stuff.
PhD in black eyes now.
That's cool. Awesome. Well, how are we doing for time here? We're looking good. We're at 42 minutes.
Can we get a score check?
Oh, good idea.
Let's see. So, I gotta take the mic. So, in last place is Kat. In second place is Jimmy. First place right now is Alex. Do you want to know what the scores are and how close you are?
How far are me and Kat?
Good luck. No. No. Not going to get it. No, okay. You're about 70 points.
So the worst
difference.
I can do today is bronze.
Yes.
Sweet.
Unless either of us get points somehow.
Which he did get points in the last
Yeah.
panel.
He did.
So
He did?
It's
I don't know what's
possible.
below bronze though.
Is there a hustle award as well?
There's a hustle award.
Sick.
Yeah,
We all get a
yeah.
ribbon, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Honorable mention,
Yeah.
participation.
One time I was in like a daycare thing and they were giving out ribbons for things and
Daycare?
they made one up. Yeah, I was little. I was like probably 7. This isn't last year, guys. Come on. No, I got one for having the sickest hook shot, and they actually made me a little like trophy that said, they didn't say sickest hook shot. I really wish it did, but it was like best hook shot.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'll have to remember that for the rest of my life. It'll be on my like if I ever have an obituary, it'll be like he had the sickest hook shot.
Right, yeah.
When I ran cross country in high school, we would come out and run at Ipsy High. They did like invitationals, and their like 5K trail was called the Simpson Trail. And everyone, regardless of how slow you were, because I was really slow, you got a purple ribbon, like Ipsy High School colors, that said, I ran the Simpson Trail. And I had
Nice.
like a stack of them. When I,
awesome.
I was terrible at running, but I got a ribbon every time.
Cool. Excellent. Yeah, I was going to say, too, oh, my God, I just lost my thought. Let's move on to your thoughts on that Jurançon, because you, Kat, you poured some. Alex, you poured some. Was I lying? Am I freaking out, or was that
No,
delicious?
It's super
you
delicious.
should be freaking out.
Yeah.
It's that delicious.
Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I want to make sure. I
Yeah.
felt bad for pressuring it.
It's got like a little tannin, something kind of going on. Like a little, there's like some grippiness.
Yeah.
It's really textural. It makes it not seem like glowing. It just is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
not
joy.
going
It
out.
carries
Yeah.
a sweetness,
Just
like
refreshing.
imperceptibly. Yeah.
It's exactly perfect for a day like today.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
It's
really
giving me
lovely.
a second wind.
Oh,
Right?
okay, that's good
Right,
because
little lift.
that's perfect
Reach out to
because
your AHD rep. Order 30 cases.
Yeah. There you go.
Stack
The
it
plug.
at Vine and Brew.
The plug.
Don't tell me anything about it.
I want to throw one more of these wine ciphers at you because I feel like you folks you're dialed in. You're on top of it.
We're
No, and I
We're
want
overthinking
not
it.
getting a single one right.
I know, but I want you to land one. I think I have it right
Keep
here.
throwing them until we land one.
I think you're going to do it.
Keep throwing them.
Are you ready? Okay.
Ready.
With it's a radio
It's
show.
audio.
It's an
Right,
audio
we
show.
have to.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can't just express our
Let the
feelings.
record show the
Correct.
panel
Right.
is ready.
I gave a thumbs up.
Eyebrows were twitching. I'm like, yes, they're ready.
I'm slightly nodding. Yes.
With lifted aromas of rose petal, mulberry, and fresh tobacco, it gives a first impression of being a much fuller-bodied wine than it truly is. On the palate, it shows its true colors: juicy red fruit, wild blueberries, weightless tannins, with a slight hint of cracked white peppercorn. This is a gorgeous, light-bodied wine that shows the difference grape, and I hate to say it, but they said varietals.
Oh, it's the
Fucking retarded.
biggest pet peeve.
Doesn't it drive you nuts?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Let's say it the right way. It shows the difference grape varieties can have on terroir, as it is atypical compared to other bolder regional reds. It's fucking stupid.
Pinot d'Anis.
Not a bad guess. So our options here are the Charvan à Côte, which is from the Principauté d'Orange, the Croton Rouquet de Castagnole Monterosso, Guanzas alla d'Asturi from Imereti in Georgia, and the Coloniale Chianti Rufina.
So I've never done this, but I was obsessed with somehow eventually doing a study on if Rouquet is related to Pinot d'Anis.
Pinot, yeah, no, that's why I was
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to say Rouquet.
I have to
Okay.
say Rouquet because there are qualities that kind of reminded me of really light Nebbiolo and how it feels like it's light, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And Rouquet is kind of that grape.
Yeah, interesting, Savvy.
I will do the same.
Ding, 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 ding. See, I knew they were going to be all on top of it.
out of the park.
We
See,
get
I knew it.
Rouquet. We don't get Pomerolo, we
played-
get
It
Rouquet.
was sitting there nascent. I could tell, like, they're on top of it. They're going to nail
I
it.
played the numbers game. I definitely wrote some coattails for that one. So
You guys smoked it, yes. That was the Croton Rouquet de Castagnole Monterosso from Monferrato in Piemonte. Good job. See? See how easy? That's
I
all
would
I
get
need.
fired if I get the Piemonte one wrong, though.
Yeah, it is an Italian house.
Yes.
You got to
yes,
rep.
sir.
You got to rep. Excellent. Good.
That's fun.
Yeah, well, no, good showing. So you guys have the blind wine in front of you there. So
Maybe
I
get
would
the
encourage
sugar
you-
out of our glasses.
Yeah, a little
Oh,
rinse.
yeah, champagne
A
rinse.
champagne rinse.
Yeah, I got to do champagne rinse.
Alvinare with champagne. That's
Do you
so
need
posh.
champagne for your rinse?
That's a good tell about how dope the show is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we rinse with champagne. Don't even care. But yeah, so while you're getting that ready, I'll just remind you what we're looking for here during this period, during the emotive blind tasting. We'd like for you to not give us the straight descriptors of the wine, but rather give us your emotional response to the wine. So, for example, the wine might, evoke a memory for you, or perhaps it just makes you feel a certain way. An option, though, is that you could also describe the wine as if it were a person, right? And just let us know what kind of person that wine would be. What are our other options, Matt? We do what? Music? You can say what? How do you do it?
You could do music, a character from a book you read, or maybe zodiac signs. Yeah, yeah. Any zodiac you want. Muppet zodiac. You can. I'm working on it. That's actually
Muppet
copyright.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
You're making a.
I'm working on it. You can't steal it. Yeah, yeah.
you got to tell me what I am.
I don't know.
July 23rd.
I was okay. I'll have to-
So I have an immediate image in my head
Okay.
for this. It reminds me of riding this 70s Yamaha snowmobile because it always left you smelling like gasoline.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
For sure.
That was fun.
That, yeah. Heck yeah.
Wow, that was
Quick.
out the gate.
Yeah.
I mean, this just a recent happening where my sister came over and she brought a pan of lemon bars,
Okay.
like very lemon meringue. So of course that's very much the nose for me. Little lemon meringue and yes, a little hint of petrol. Might as well be on the snowmobile. And it was left on the counter. We come back to it for dessert and like half of it was gone. And we hadn't, she left it on the counter. We hadn't seen it. We look at it, we open it, we're like, did my sister really bring over a pan, like a half a pan of lemon bars? Or did someone maybe counter surf it?
Yeah.
We're like, we really don't want it to be the counter surfing option, but that's what it was.
Yeah.
You have dog or cat?
2 dogs.
Oh.
The younger one in particular loves to counter surf, so she had eaten half a pan of these like lemon bars and regretted it for the next couple of days.
So this wine is evocative of regretful dog, is that what you're saying?
Is the wine the dog or the lemon?
The wine is the lemon bar.
It's the whole experience, man.
But it's just interesting. The whole experience was interesting for me. It just kept me on my toes for the next 3 days. It kept on giving.
Like, am I going to get sick?
Oh, Lord.
Do we have time for a quick segue on
Go,
that?
go, go.
So one time I was so excited. Like Arby's used to do, like the 5 for $5 deal. And you have the 5 roast beefs, and this is about Hookshot era. And I had 5 roast beef sandwiches laid out on the coffee table. I was super psyched. Went to the kitchen to, I don't know, grab ketchup or something. Yeah. Came back and they were gone. Everything was gone. And I was like, what happened? And my miniature schnauzer, Baron, was just sitting there like... About 24 hours later, we found the wrappers.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Ate the wrappers?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Everything.
Yeah.
They smelled
The
so
whole
good.
thing was gone. Yeah.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of good and a lot of
Leave
bad.
no evidence, right?
That's the most excited any creature's ever been for Arby's.
Honestly, I had to give him kudos, man. Like he really did it.
Housed it, man.
When I lived in East Lansing and I ate a lot of hot and readies, and I bought a hot and ready and some crazy bread. And I put
the
it down on the
Little Caesars.
table.
That's
Oh yeah,
Michigan.
that was me in
That's
college.
Michigan,
And I like went in the other room to like grab something to drink, and I think I like left the house for a second actually, and I came back in, like the box was like slightly open, and the crazy bread was gone, and my roommate's dog had eaten the entire pizza, and then I found the crazy bread. It had pulled the paper that the crazy bread's wrapped in out, ate all the crazy bread, licked it clean. I was out of the house for maybe like 10 minutes, and it was just all gone. But this is I don't know. I went fishing earlier this spring, and this just like reminds me of just like hanging out on the Asable. Like some of the plants are starting to pop, but it's like weighty. It's, like,
Reminds
springy.
you of a river.
It kind of, yeah.
I get that. River Rocky.
Yeah.
Little river runs through it situation.
All right. So we have a, early spring.
Yeah.
Spring Michigan River. Shallow
Yeah.
Michigan River.
No fish in it. Didn't find a single one.
No fish, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Fishless river.
Yeah.
Got it.
They forgot to stock it.
It's a problem.
Alex was
Michigan.
a 70s snowmobile.
Yeah.
And Kat, you were
Counter surfing gone
counter
wrong.
surfing gone wrong.
So, all right. Does anybody want to make a call? See what you think after Steve takes some.
I'll make a call.
Okay.
I'm a little bit waffly on the region. I think it's Riesling. I don't think it's Mosel or Czar. I want to say it's like either like Falcon or the Rheinhessen.
Okay.
It does have, for our viewers, or listeners, maybe viewers. We're trying to work on that.
We have viewers.
We have viewers. It does have very greenish reflection there. I'm just looking at the white.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very green reflection.
They're saying Falcon Riesling
I'm gonna say
or Rheinhessen Riesling. Not Falcon.
yeah. I'll say Rheinhessen.
Rheinhessen. Okay.
I do think it's a Riesling because it's escaping me anything else that might have petrol, but what's throwing me off is the exceptionally creamy palate, even though it's really bracing acid. It is so creamy and buttery on the palate,
Like it went
French
through mallow.
butter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's throwing me off. But it also has a screw cap. You know?
Right.
Doesn't mean anything. It's just like an observation.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, do you want him to do it? You don't have to do one, I guess.
Oh, that is as narrowed down as I can go, sir,
Okay.
at this moment.
Screw cap.
Oh, screw cap Riesling.
That is actually correct.
25 points.
For the listeners, I have visually confirmed screw cap.
Wasn't that blind of a tasting. Sorry, guys.
All right, what do we got, Jimmy? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's Riesling.
Okay.
This is going to be kind of a long shot, but I feel like it might be Austrian. Not only because of like the weightiness and stuff, but also like the screw cap's kind of an indicator to me.
Nice. Any region? Want to narrow it down for more points? Okay.
No.
There you go. All
Carnation.
right. Okay. All right.
Feels like it could be Carnantum.
Yeah.
Or no.
Who wants to do the honors? Over. Yes, everyone's pointing at Kat.
It's always the one in the middle.
There you go.
All right. So, Weingut, Brudelmayer, Langlaw, Osterich, their Heigelstein Riesling, Kemptall from
Well
2013.
played, well played.
Yeah. Jimmy's got an extra 100
Yeah,
points there.
nice.
Brenda Meyer, nice.
Nice. Yeah.
I think it's the age that's throwing it off with a little bit of the creaminess. 2013.
Oh, it's a 13.
It's funny that it's
Yeah.
still so like green hued.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And bright.
It is bright. Like it tasted like it came out of the tank
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to try that one out. That sounds good.
It's really cool.
Cool. Well, what a great note to end the show on. Matt, do you want? Have you done your tallies already, or do you? Oh yeah, he's gonna. Man, he's breaking out the calculator again.
One of us gets
This.
bronze.
What's that?
One of us gets bronze.
Yes. Worst
You
we
or
can do
me.
is worst we can do is bronze.
Yep.
Third place
Oh,
is
you're
fine.
ba-
Podium finish is all I wanted coming.
If
from
you
a
guys
three-person
want to
panel.
decide how you finish, that could work too. Like,
We're gonna share all the medals.
Yeah.
We'll each have a week with
Yeah.
each one.
okay, all right.
There are physical medals, right?
Well,
I'm just happy to be included.
it's not the spirit of competition. All right.
I could spray paint a cork in gold.
Yeah.
I'm wearing silver earrings. Does that count for something?
Oh, that actually bumped you
Oh.
up into second place
Oh, yeah.
automatically.
Well, maybe. It's up to me.
Except I'm not wearing them. I'm literally holding them.
Oh,
up 'cause I had
nice.
to take
All
them off
right.
because they hurt while I was wearing my
In
earphones.
third place is Kat with 419,
Oh, I couldn't
Oh,
get
round it up. Come
420.
and Jimmy has 420. Alex wins
Nice.
with 576.
Ooh, Alex, check you out.
Smoking.
Thank you. It's my favorite number today.
576.
After 420, it's 576.
Yeah. Yeah. The real heads know. Wink.
The perfect time of the day, 576.
It's 6:16. But yeah.
It's 576 here. Yeah. On the show.
Awesome. Well, Jimmy, Kat, Alex, thank you for coming out. It was a great show. We had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it as well.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
thank
great
you.
wines.
D-
And
delightful experience as always.
awesome. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
All right. Take care.